time, action item number 2 is request to address the board regarding the budget workshop. Again, please for comments on the budget workshop, and then we'll have another section later for the regular meeting. First on my list, Mr. Bonadies for the budget. Thank you for joining.
Greetings. Now that we've gotten the superintendent selection process behind us, I have a question about the upcoming millage election. To be clear, I blindly voted for this millage in 1994, 04, and 14 with no recollection of the format. I am now a senior citizen on a fixed income, and the world has changed a lot in the last decade. I understand the need for the commercial properties paying the 18 mil non-homestead taxes, an age-old extortion by the state for you to get your allocation, and we're not going to change that. The part that was not clear to me was this one vote or two? While the PR said and was described the two parts individually, but it is actually one vote. After listening to Mr. Bruton's excellent explanation of where the hold harmless part comes from, I have some issues. In 1994, the state formula used numbers of students, shortfall from previous levels, home taxable value, meant that there would be a 5.6523 millage charge for each home. My taxable value has gone up 30% since the last time this passed. In the last 2 alone, it's gone up 10% with no improvements. So I'm aware of the potential liability you are asking us to agree to. And yes, all these means it's a tax increase. Taxable values are up, number of students are down, so the current millage rate is 0.4531 based on the state formula. So the point of this is, why are we authorizing this at the 1994 level? If the state were to change the formula, you are going to have a pre-approved ability to raise the millage with no input from the public up to a 12x on top of the higher taxable values. And as you may guess, I don't trust the state when times get tough. So I will be voting against the millage because the two parts are together and you have too much unfettered leeway if the state changes the formula. In the possible event that the millage fails, I would like to suggest you resubmit it for the November ballot with a 1 or 1.5 millage rate for hold harmless, preferably separated. This gives you a 2 to 3 time increase in the hold harmless, but not 12 times. You can even claim that you lowered something, though it would be only slightly relevant in this case. The homestead part is less than 1% of your budget, and there are a fair number of low-income seniors that would like to know that this cannot go up significantly in the future. Tying these two millages together is a sleight of hand to get the second one through. Again, this is not 1994. 5.65 is an irrelevant number based on previous Midland exceptionalism, and the world is a much less trusting place in 2024. Something you should consider when you go for the big bucks in the upcoming bond. And I'm glad to be here, despite the fact that the agenda said this meeting starts at 7 o'clock still. Thank you.
The inclusion of those two in the same ballot language is what was necessary to make this an actual renewal. If we were to have tweaked at those formulas, then it would not have been a renewal, and we did not want to create something new that we thought would lead to more confusion. So the intent was not to deceive. The intent is to truly carry forward a pure renewal from what was passed a couple of decades back. Historically, as we've shown in the slides, the rate has been decreasing. We know the economy goes up, it goes down, kids go up, they go down, and we've looked at our crystal balls and we believe it's going to be relatively stable.